guys, so today I am making a new video. It's all about my whole experience of being here in Alaska. If you've watched any of my other YouTube videos, you know that I've been in Alaska for like a year now, and I'm usually my videos, if it's not about my family, I'm talking about my experiences of being here in Alaska, being that this was literally a whole new place for me, being that I came straight from the South. Alaska is a totally different life than what I'm used to. So today I wanted to just make a video of the top 10 things I wish I knew before I moved here. When I first found out that we're PCS into Alaska, I was scared out of my head. I had so many assumptions of what Alaska was like because of what I've had seen on the internet, or what I had seen on the TV. Some of the things did turn out to be true, and then some of them was actually not. But this video, I just want to let you know my 10 things of what I wish that I had known before I moved here. And I'm sure other people can relate to when they hear my things. They're not going to be in any chronological order. These are just my 10 personal things that was important to me that I feel like could be important to other people as well. So let's get started on the video. My first thing on the list, of course, this sounds very repetitive. If you watch one of my other videos, I have mentioned it more than one time that I wish I had known before moving here that I needed like a top-notch snowblower. People that haven't moved here, if you don't know, it literally snows from October until May. Yes, it does snow here in May. Sounds crazy. It's not that much snow, but it still snows in May. Me and my husband, of course, we didn't think that it was going to be that bad when we first got here. I don't know why we had that dumb thought in our head that the snow wasn't going to be that bad. So we have like a 2-car garage. So basically our driveway is really long. We started off buying like snow shovels, thinking that, oh, we get the snow shovels, we good. Of course, you know, I have 4 children. My oldest 3 are actually old enough to where they can help shovel the snow. So we have 5 snow shovels. Me and my husband would be out there, the kids would be out there, and it seemed like soon as we would clean the driveway, the snow legit would come back like 2 days later. And it just began to be a hassle. And if you've never shoveled snow, that's literally a cardio exercise by itself. Like I'm telling you, you go out there and you shovel snow for probably an hour or 2, your whole body is going to be extremely sore. It feels like you've done a whole body workout. And you have to keep it shoveled, because if you don't, the snow is going to turn into like hard packed ice. And that's even worse, because just recently I got stuck in the driveway because we hadn't been shoveling like we needed to. And I got stuck in the driveway because of the hard packed ice, which can be annoying. So we've been here already. We ended up buying one of the snowblowers that was ran by batteries. It did the job. I loved it, but it ended up breaking. So I ended up having to suffer, of course, and get out there and shovel. Then it got to the point where my husband was like, we're tired. We're not about to do this no more. The snow is just going to melt. It's March now, so it's getting warm outside. It's like 35 to 40 degrees every day, which helps out. The sun has been shining more and the snow has been melting very well. So we got to the point we was like, no, we're not going to shovel. We're just going to like let, God take care of this. Let Mother Nature take care of this. Let the sun shine and melt it for us. But I would strongly suggest getting a heavy-duty snowblower. My husband was like, if we ever get another one, because he don't want to get another one, but we're going to be here for another winter. This winter coming up later on this year is going to be our last winter here. Thank God. We move out of here next year. I am super excited about that, to see what our next journey is, but we, of course, have one more winter to deal with here, and we were suggesting to ourselves, like, maybe we should get one that runs by gas. I've seen a lot of people in the neighborhood that has the ones that run by gas, and they seem to be way more heavy duty than the battery operated one. Also, we ended up one time, it was my fault. I went on Amazon, and sometimes you need to just pay attention and read, and I didn't. And I ended up getting a small one that you had to plug up. And I ended up getting a plug from, I think, Home Depot for it. And it still didn't even work right. So it's literally just a waste of time. Yes, please invest in a heavy snowblower, especially if you're coming from somewhere up north already where it does snow like that. Bring that heavy duty snowblower with you. I came from Alabama / Georgia because we were stationed at Fort Benning. It doesn't snow there. There's no snowblowers there. So we came up here dealing with something totally new. I would strongly suggest shovels, many shovels as you can. Good sturdy shovels as that. The one with like the metal to where you can really like break down the ice. One of those, and a very good hefty duty snow blower. Preferably one that's run by gas, but the battery operated ones are good as well. So the next thing on my list is make sure you have fans and air conditioners. I wish that I had known that you needed your own fans and your own air conditioners. So, like I said, for the millionth time, I came from the South. Most houses in the South, of course, have fans and have central air and heating. I did not know that in Alaska, the houses do not have central air and heating. All they have is just heated floors, and you have the ceiling fans, of course. That's it. Well, I did not know that the summers here got extremely hot. People made it seem like, oh no, the summers are not that bad. It gets to be probably like 70 degrees, but it's good. You can just open your window, let a breeze come in, and you're totally fine. Wrong. All lies and wrong. Last year we was here for the summer. Beautiful summer, I must say, but it was hot as hell. Extremely hot as hell. Yes. It got more than 70 degrees. Probably was 70 degrees outside, but inside of your house, it wasn't. Now, I will say, I live in a 2-story house. So, in the living room and stuff at the bottom of the house, it was pretty much okay as long as you kept the windows and the doors open. It was actually good. But upstairs, literally felt like hell. I'm talking about burning up upstairs. Yes, you have fans in all the rooms, but those fans still don't cool you off enough. You're still extremely hot. Like, I was totally surprised. So the windows here in Alaska are made different. The fans that the air conditioners that I'm used to are the air conditioners that can go in the window, and people usually get like the wood or something to like hold it in the window. I'm used to that. People made it seem like you couldn't get those. Like the only thing that you could get here in Alaska was the portable air conditioners that can go on the floor, which you can. But this summer while I was driving by, I seen a lot of people maneuvered somehow and got those air conditioners in their windows. And I told my husband that's something that we're going to be doing this summer. We're either getting the air conditioner that goes in the window, we're going to pay somebody to like help us put it in, or we're going to get the portable ones, because we literally burned up all June and all July. Like, for real. Burned up. Those, I will say, being in Alaska, those are the 2 hottest months, June and July. We burned up super bad. It got to the point where I was sleeping downstairs. My husband was sleeping upstairs by himself. I was like, I'm not sleeping up here. It's too hot. Luckily, all my kids was gone this summer, so they didn't have to deal with the heat stroke like we did. I stayed the whole summer literally on the couch with the sliding door open, because it has a screen, with that door open, taking in the air at night. And my husband was burning up upstairs. So I was like, no, I wish somebody had told us for sure. I did have a friend say, you need to bring extra fans. She said nothing about an air conditioner. Like, she said fans. So I'm like, oh, okay. I had 2 extra fans. Thank God I had those 2 extra fans, because my husband had one blowing on him upstairs and I had one downstairs blowing on me, along with the ceiling fan. But air conditioners are a must. Either you can get the ones that go in the window if you know how to install it properly, or the portable ones. Do not come here without an air conditioner. Mainly, do not come here without an air conditioner. You can buy one here, but of course, everything costs so much up here. So I would suggest buy one before you come here. That will be a lifesaver for you. So next on my list, I wish somebody had told me about, is the air purifiers. I did not know that it was forest fires here. This past summer, I legit thought that I was living in California. It was so bad. Like literally, anybody asked me about the summer, what I thought about it. The summers here are beautiful, but it legit was looking like an orange silent hill most days that I was here in the summer. So bad that people weren't outside. People didn't have their animals outside. Like you legit had to stay in multiple days because it was so smoky. I've never had to deal with forest fires before in life. So that was literally something new. I've always heard about, California having a lot of forest fires and seeing it on the news. Never thought in a million years I would have to deal with that in Alaska. And on the Spouse's Facebook page, a lot of people were saying that they were getting air purifiers in their homes because get this, the last thing that I wish I had known about here, the air conditioners, right? Most people don't have air conditioners in their home. So what were they doing? Letting the windows open to get air. But get this, it's like a waste of time in the summer because the smoke is getting in your house. So you're pretty much stuck dealing with the heat of the house because you got to keep the windows closed because you don't want the smog getting inside your house. Also, the fact that it is like forest fires out here, it's so smoky and hot, like together. It's like just freaking horrible. So yes, I would suggest if you have like asthma, have family members with asthma, anything like that, air purifiers would be great. We didn't have one. We stuck it out. Thank God my children was in here. I probably would have felt a little guilty and had to get one for them, me and my husband. We stuck it out. But yes, I would suggest air purifiers because the forest fires here are no joke at all. So next on my list of things that I wish I had known before I got here, that we really did need to get mosquito spray. Mosquito spray is literally a gold mine here in Alaska for the summer. I was born and raised in Mississippi, so I am not. The mosquitoes really don't bother me. I'm used to that, especially in the summertime. Being in Mississippi, you got mosquitoes, bugs, yellow jackets, bumblebees, all kind of stuff is coming at you in the south. Fire ants, regular ants, all that stuff. So coming here, I thought it was maybe going to be a little bit similar. The mosquitoes here are legit monsters. They are so big. It's not even a freaking joke. Like, it's horrible trying to be outside, like having a barbecue or something in the summer. The mosquitoes will eat you alive. And it's not just a few of them. It's thousands of them. And they're super big. I've never seen mosquitoes so big until I got here. And I'm telling you, I would go to people, like in the summer, my kids were gone, like I said. So me and my husband pretty much spent the summer in the house. But people would invite us to like barbecues and stuff. I would legit buy a whole like can of mosquito spray. The can would be gone by the time the barbecue was over with. Because I'm using it, my husband using it, everybody's using it. We're literally spraying our heads like from head to toe mosquito spray. At the end of the night, I smell like DEET and I'm sticky as hell. It was horrible. Plus with having a bunch of mosquitoes here, like I said before, it's hot in the summer. You want to have the windows open, the doors open. The mosquitoes get through the windows. They do. People was like, no, they don't. Yes, they do. The mosquitoes get through the screen windows. They get through the screens on the doors. And like the first week or so when I was sleeping upstairs, me and my husband, and we were like, oh, we're just going to open the window at night because it's cool at night, right? The mosquito, I would wake up, bumps all over me, bumps all over him. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'll just go downstairs and be like, since the bottom of the house is cooler, I'll just sleep downstairs from now on until we get us an air conditioner or something like that. So yeah, the mosquitoes here are treacherous. I've never experienced anything worse. This year we're planning on having some barbecues and stuff. And last year, I think we had a neighbor that stayed down the street. They have a 2-car garage like we do. What they did was bought those little snap nets that goes in the garage, well, covers the garage door. and people could still go in and out, but it would stop like the mosquitoes or gnats or whatever from getting in, I'm definitely gonna invest in one of those. I think you guys should invest in one of those too, especially if you like to have barbecues and parties outside. We have a huge garage, so we pretty much have everybody sitting in there. My husband made the garage his whole little man cave. I'm going to invest in one of those because I do not have time for the mosquitoes this year at all. All right, so next thing on my list of what I wish I had known before I moved here, about the Alaskan summer nights. So this summer, I dropped my kids off in Atlanta for the summer. My oldest three went with their dad, and my youngest, my husband's daughter, she went with her grandmother. And I got to spend a few days with my friend in Atlanta. I haven't been back home, well, back to the South in like a whole year. So I was so excited to get back to my roots, back to my good seasoned food, all that. So anybody know who live in the South, the summers are extremely hot in the afternoon. In noon it's hot. In the morning it's typically kind of cool, but once like I'm gonna say 11 o'clock hit, it started getting hot outside. Then as the night go by, it gets like cooler, but it's still warm outside. Not here in Alaska. I don't care what nobody tells you. The nights here are cold. Cold to where you need a jacket. Cold like it feels like a fall night. So around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it may feel like 70 degrees hot. The sun's shining. It's beautiful. But Alaska at night is like 40 degrees. Almost 30 degrees. Like, it is extremely cold. So picture me summer nights being at barbecues. And then the thing is, of course, it's 24-hour daylight in the summer. So it's still daylight outside. The mosquitoes are eating my butt up. But it's cold. So every time I used to go to somebody's barbecue, I would literally have to bring the mosquito spray and a jacket because it always got cold. Like soon as it got around, I'm going to say like 9 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, that's when it started feeling real fallish. That's one thing I hate. I look forward to summer because I am not a fan of cold weather. I'm really not a fan of fall either, but I can put up with fall more than I can put up with winter. I look very forward to summer because I'm so used in the South. It starts feeling like summer in the spring. In Alaska, it literally do not feel like summer until June. So straight up from like September, you might as well say, I'm going to say like to the end of August to all the way in May, it's cool outside. Cold or cool, one or the other. Then you finally get into May, get into June, get into July, where you actually start to feel the summer temperatures. You're going outside, you're enjoying the sunlight, but then the nighttime comes, which is still daylight, so that's a good thing. It's still daylight, but you're freezing outside. So you have to go out there dressed in like long sleeve shirts or bring you a jacket or something like that. I like legit hate that with a passion. I hate that the nights are cold. It just, to me, makes the summer seem the summers are so short in Alaska anyway. You literally only have June and July. That's it. Once August comes, it starts feeling like fall again. So I want my full summer. I want it to be hot in the afternoon and warm at night. Not hot in the afternoon and cold at night. That's one thing I wish I've had known, though. I was so looking forward to it, for it to just be trashed by the fact that it get cold at night. So, yeah, that's pretty annoying to me. All right, so next on my list of things I wish I had known before I got here, the blackout curtains. Now, this is the thing. People did tell us that we needed blackout curtains beforehand, but what they didn't tell us is the type of windows that some of these houses have. And you actually have to be like MacGyver or something and make something to cover these windows. I found on Amazon, it's a lot of things they have for different shaped windows. I didn't know that Alaska had all these different shaped windows in their houses. The summer, like I said, my kids wasn't here, so it was just me and my husband. We did try to cover our window. My husband did get some blackout curtains. They were not as good as they should have been because the light was still peeking in. They were still kind of thin. Plus, we go to the hallway. We didn't have those windows covered up in the hallway. In my kids' room, they also have like a little strange kind of shape on their window. that we weren't able to cover up. I said this time, ahead of time, I'm going to try to get that covered up just so while my kids are here in May still, because the daylight is kind of starting right now. It's the end of March, and as you can see, well, around like 8 or 9 o'clock, it's sort of kind of light. By the time the end of April come, it'll literally be light until like 10 o'clock at night. And then as the days go by, it'll just end up being light 24 hours. So I am going to get on Amazon to try to find some kind of curtains to fit the certain shapes of the windows. But yes, that's a big thing. Make sure that you have some good sturdy blackout curtains, because my husband, the ones he bought were super thin, and we, thugged it out. And I bought some more, actually ones that actually will work. I will be making my husband put them up pretty soon, since I've seen that it is kind of getting light. So yeah, blackout curtains, make sure you get some good ones. All right. So another thing on my list, everything is literally double the price here. Triple the price here. Like I said, I went back to Georgia last summer, and I got to see the price difference from going to Walmart, from going to like fast food restaurants. I remember the first time we got here, the first day in November 2021, and we got us something to eat. Once we landed, went to McDonald's and got something to eat, and for all the food that we got, it was literally like $50. And we was like, wait a minute, this same amount of food, if we had got it back when we were living in Columbus, Georgia, or Phoenix City, Alabama, well, Fort Mitchell, Alabama, it probably would have been like 28, 29, no more than 30. But here, it was literally like $50. So that's when we was like, oh yeah, it costs a lot to live here. I had went to Wendy's one day, and asked for the 4 for $4. They were like, oh, we don't have the 4 for $4. We have the 4 for $6. And I'm like, what? The 4 for $6? I'm used to the 4 for $4. So yes, everything I will say is triple the price. When it comes to buying certain stuff for my house, clothes, stuff like that, I am like a Amazon fanatic. Anything that I think I can get cheaper online, I get it. Clothes, shoes, stuff for the house, Amazon. Like, I'm sure my husband is tired of seeing 1,000 Amazon boxes coming here literally every single day. I got something come from Amazon. When it comes to like our grocery bill, the grocery bill is extremely like double, triple of moving here. We spend, for a family of 6, close to $900 a month for groceries. Whereas when we were living in Fort Mitchell, Alabama, we was probably spending no more than like $5 for 6 people. Food was way cheaper there than it is here. And of course, I know the taxes, is kind of like included in everything. And plus, it takes a minute for things to get shipped here. So I can understand why everything is so much. Even when it comes to like furniture, stuff like that, we bought a brand new bedroom set we got here. That same bedroom set probably would have been $800 cheaper where we came from, versus here we paid like over $2,000 for it. I would suggest to everybody, if you're trying to buy furniture, you want like a new bedroom set, new furniture set before you get to Alaska, buy it where you are. Because 10 times out of 10, it is going to be cheaper than it is when you get here. We kind of had no choice, so we ended up buying ours here. We're not buying no more furniture from here. I will say that the next time we get some furniture is going to be at our next duty station. And fingers crossed, our next duty station is somewhere down south. I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to go back home. I miss my people, my friends, the food, all of it. But yes, I would suggest buy everything where you are and just bring it. Alaska is extremely expensive. I can't think of nothing that I've seen where I was like, oh, this is actually reasonable. No, everything is expensive. Everything. We don't even go out to eat like that. When we were at Fort Benning, we'll go to Columbus, Georgia. to feed my husband, well, all six of us, it would probably be between $90 and $100. No lie. Here to feed six people, 4 kids and 2 adults to go to a restaurant is between $150 and $200. We only go out to eat literally once a month as a family, once a month, because it is just too much compared to we're almost spending $1,000 a month on groceries. So yes, the prices here are extremely high. So make sure before you get here, like I said, you buy everything you need before you get here. Make sure you have a good savings. We had a good savings when we got here, and being here destroyed it, and we're in the process of trying to build it back up. So yes, Alaska definitely is a costly place to live. All right, so next on my list of things I wish I knew before we moved here, literally everything closes at 10 p.m. That's right. Everything. Restaurants, stores, everything closes at 10 p.m. And it's kind of annoying. I miss when me and my husband be up late at night, like on the weekends, and we're like, oh, we want to like run a Waffle House at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, let's go to McDonald's. None of that. Everything closes around like 10 p.m. here. It is literally one store that stays open late. Walmart closes at 11, of course, 11 p.m. But it's one store here, grocery store. It's called Safeway. It actually does stay open till 1 a.m. in the morning. So it was a lifesaver to me when I was working at the shop and I got off work at 11, and I could everything is closed by the time I get off. So I literally could just rush there, get a few groceries or some snacks or something for the next day. But that is annoying to me because I am a night owl. Yes, I have a job where I have to work early in the morning. I am not a morning person, but I have no choice but to get up in the morning because I got kids. They got to be up, and I have to clock in at 7. They have to be up at 6. So definitely not a morning person. I am so 100% a night person. On the weekends, when my husband is off on Saturday and Sundays, we usually stay up all Friday night watching movies, spending time. And then we'd be like, hey, I'm hungry. You want to go get something to eat? You can't do it here unless you do it ahead of time because everything closes at 10, whether it's KFC, Pizza Hut, McDonald's. Everything closes early, even on the weekends. Some places actually close earlier. Some places close at 8 o'clock. I was like, what, are you serious? So yes, living here in Alaska, make sure you get everything early. There are no places that be open super late. The majority of everything here closes at 10 p.m. or 8 p.m. The only thing I've ever seen that kind of stay open late is Safeway till 1 a.m. And then you got Walmart, of course, at 11 p.m. But yes, I hate that everything closes here early. Like, they need to, it's like when COVID came for the whole world, everything just messed up. But at least when I was back in Columbus, Georgia, you had restaurants that stayed open, even though they closed early, on the weekdays, closed at like 9 or 10 on the weekends. So you could have something to do. They would at least stay open to like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. That doesn't happen here. So yeah, get ready for everything to be closed at 10 p.m. here. All right, my last but not least thing on my list. I found this very sad when I got here. But what I wish that people had have told me, because nobody told me this, even my friend that lived in Anchorage. But then I'm in Fairbanks, and Anchorage has more stuff than Fairbanks. That they are not that really that many chain restaurants are like stores. So I'm so used to being able to, like, if I can't find what I want at Walmart, or better yet, I don't feel like going to Walmart, go to Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. I miss having those options, especially Dollar Tree, because when the holidays come around, like Easter, Halloween, and I want to buy little cheap things to like help my kids decorate, I now have to either order on Amazon, which kind of costs an arm and a leg, or I have to go to Walmart. I miss going to Dollar Tree. They have no dollar stores here whatsoever, which is very disappointing. I wish Alaska would just invest in getting a dollar store. I miss that so much. When I leave this summer again to go back to the South to visit, that's going to be my first stop. Going to a dollar store because I miss it so much. Also, there are no chain restaurants. I for sure miss Chick-fil-A. I miss Red Lobster. I miss Buffalo Wild Wings. Chili's, Applebee's. When I used to have like girl nights with my girlfriends and we go get something to eat and drink, I would go to Chili's and Applebee's and Buffalo Wild Wings. None of that is here. Literally, it's a lot of mom and pop restaurants, which are not bad, but I just miss what I'm used to. Also, they do have a few chain restaurants, but not a lot. You have McDonald's, you have Pizza Hut, you have KFC, you have Arby's. They just got a Panda Express probably like 2 months ago. That's actually exciting to get another kind of brand of food in here. And then, of course, on Post, they have Popeyes, they have Old Charlie's. They do have a bunch of Starbucks here. I want to say it's about 3 or 4 Starbucks here. They got a bunch of those. But other than that, all my other things that I miss. Oh, and they have a Wendy's. I do like the Wendy's here. And Sonic too. Wendy's and Sonic's are like my favorite 2 go-tos here when I'm trying to get something quick and fast food. And of course, my children, they love McDonald's. But other than that, I miss places. I miss Red Lobster. I miss Chili's. They have none of that here. So, yep, you may have your favorite food places where you are, but I'm telling you, don't even worry about it. You're not going to find it here. You're going to find McDonald's, Pizza Hut. You're going to find KFC, Wendy's, Sonic's. But all your stuff like Buffalo Wild Wings, Chili's, Red Lobster, none of that is here. And I've gotten used to it. I've came to terms with it. But I said once I touch down this summer in Atlanta, the first 2 places I'm going will be Dollar Tree and Chick-fil-A. Because I literally miss them both. So, I hope that this video was informative to you new people that are going to be coming to Fairbanks, Alaska real soon. This is just my opinion, my video of what I wish people had told me before I got here. I've been here a year and a half. Hasn't been that bad already. Hasn't been that bad. It's actually been decent. When I first got here, I'm not going to say it was a struggle to be somewhere new. Didn't really know anybody. Was not used to not having all the amenities that I'm used to having, but I've been here a year and a half. I'm working. I've met new people, made friends. I've been to a lot of restaurants, a lot of different things here. I said this year, I told my husband, the first year I was here, I just basically stayed inside. Really didn't do that much. And I told my husband, this year, I am determined to get out in the cold. If you saw my last YouTube video I put up a few days ago, I took my kids to the ice park. So I'm not, like I said, I do not like cold weather. I do not like being outside. But this year, I said I'm going to step out the box with my children and we're going to experience things together because we will be leaving here in 2024. Yes. I'm excited to be going back down south. I'm excited to be leaving here, but I will say I will be sad of leaving my friends that I've made. Matter of fact, all the friends that I've made here, we're all going to be leaving next year. All of us got here at the same time in 2021, and all of us are going to be leaving around the same time next year. But I'm just hoping that this video was informative, give you a little bit of information on Fairbanks and what to expect when you get here. So I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.